Everyone to the League of Europe's for F1 for Division 2. We are here for round 13 in the UK, where it all started back in 1950. I am joined here, unfortunately not with Ivory Mike, but a special guest here with RJW video for D2, isn't it? I said yes, we are, but nonetheless though, coming, like, who do you think is going to be
up there as usual, as you would expect? I'm from maybe.
Let's say, as a C, can definitely see the Red Bulls really taking advantage of this, but another driver I would like to see is Raikkonen, to see if he's going to be able to improve. He's been having a couple of bad from this race. As a C, looks like Dan. Dan is getting into the season with the pumpkin helmet.
Wait, I need to see this. Oh,
my main man, he's doing the same thing as me. He's getting into the season. I like how they added the stub on the top of the top of the helmet. It really adds it in.
drag.
Exactly. As right now we have Adventures right now he's on provisional pole with a 27.4, which is actually that's actually a pretty good time for him. I reckon we could probably see someone 127 flat, if not 26, if we're lucky enough.
Yeah, I think we'll be pushing the 26s. Maybe 26.9, 26.8. But it'll be close there.
As of right now, Mark is the only driver with the medium compounds, but we also have Tegubi Carmenalis and DJ Williamson and Aussie Hine with the hards. It looks like Aussie Hine right now is the fastest with the hards. Well, I mean, he's the only one who has put time on the hards. Now I'm on board here with Mark as he's going through. Excuse me for not remembering the turn names, but Cops and Beckett's, I believe that's what it was.
Yeah, that was Cops. Yeah.
Yeah, and now he's going through Beckett's. See, this one you had to be very, you can be very aggressive, but at the same time, but you had to be very delicate when it comes to your accelerator, or else you're going to be going too far to the apex, or just end up going too aggressive and end up spinning it, and it just tears away your tires.
Yeah.
So I believe we'll see some advantages with the medium compounds on this track, as Mark sets his time in with a 28.5, and oh, I did not see Dan jumping up to a 27.4 for positional pole, so that's a good time from him.
Yeah, I apologise for the laggy stream. My parents are streaming the qualifying, so it should get better in about 5-10 minutes. So hopefully, as 10 drivers set a lap, and I think that is Ben off the track big time at Brooklands. I always get them mixed up, but he went in the left-hand lane. Went really wide.
I think it's Brooklands.
Yeah, I always get them two mixed up.
Yeah, that's.
And that is definitely him.
That's also part of the track. And that's definitely a place you don't want to lose it, because it's just so hard to. It's just so hard to get back on the pace if you end up suspending it from there.
Yeah. Oh, my internet is atrocious. Now I know what it is like playing on being an American on EU servers. This must be horrible.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's just not the greatest, to be honest. But let's see. Right now we have Dan Adventures, Brave, Velocity, McDutchface, Starja, Mark, Asahine, Tigby, and Medicus with a time. So half the grid has now finally got a time in. So I think what it mostly is that, and they just need fresher tires.
Yeah, I think it's a case of just saving certain compounds of tires.
Yeah.
Don't know what for, because they have a lot to use. So
precisely. So this is gonna be. So I feel we'll definitely will see a one-stop strategy here, but I think it's mostly going to be the softs to the mediums and the mediums to the softs. But I could be wrong. We'll probably see some hard compounds here, but the hard compounds you just fall off just extremely bad with the harder compounds.
You don't really get enough grip with them to do anything with them. So. Yeah, you can't get the heat in them to get grip, so they just wear way too easy.
I don't think it's the heat. I don't think it's heat in the tires. I think that's
going onto a 26.8.
Oh no, be careful, teammate.
Yeah, Cohen in the Ferrari goes onto a 26.8. So we went truly into the 26s there.
As very interesting to see a reserve driver on the top of the grid here, especially taking over the unstoppable Campbell. So I think we should have some faith into Cody. I keep mispronouncing his name, so I do apologize if I keep butchering it, But now, Dries. So
Jacob. Sorry for interrupting. Jacob's just gone up to second. So 2 Ferraris, P1 and 2, with 7 minutes left of the session.
1-2
for the Tifosi.
Yeah. I wonder who that was.
There are.
I'll try to look back and see who that was.
Who jumped up? Someone. I saw someone massively jump up other than Jacob, but I can't remember who. Oh, Velocity up to 3rd, so ahead of Dan, but Dan. Actually, Dan's out. Well, Dan's got the mediums fitted, so does he think he can go? He can go faster on the mediums. That could be a really important strategy call if he can get faster on the mediums and he's currently doing on the softs. And that could be really important.
I think the back of the grid is just going to be starting off with the mediums and see what they can do with them, and then switch to the softs, and the front of the grid will definitely have the softs on, so they can try to pull away from the back of the grid.
Yeah.
But this is going to be quite interesting to say the least.
So, 4 drivers actually. Wait, 3 drivers out there that haven't set a lap so far. Packer has just set a lap. He's gone P12 on the mediums. Toxic on a lap, and I think who else? Someone just set a lap. I think it was Ben. Ben's gone up to P4 with that lap, 27.2. And then Toxic on a lap and Raikon on an out lap. The other 4 have not come out of the pit yet. Both Renaults of Car Mentalist and Harin. Damn you, Harry. Damn you, Harry. You always do this. Harin Lirog. There you go. I'm gonna call him Harry because I just can't. And then DJ Williamson and Dylan also yet to set times. Toxic comes back into the pits. He has not yet set a lap unless he's invalidated somewhere. And Raikon is on his lap now, so I'll let you do.
So we're gonna stick on board with him. So going through turns 1 and 2, going into going in here in turn 3. Went really, really, really wide there on the apex. Did not look like he had the best getaway to the straightaway. So, and plus he hasn't really set up the time either, so I can't compare on if he's has a better time or not. But now going through Brooklands, I believe. Yeah, it's Brooklands. Ooh, nearly losing the back end. Still managed to keep it on straight. Going through Cops, and then going through. My brain is just not here today.
Maggots, Beckett's.
Maggots and Beckett's. Yeah, thank you. So I have to remember Maggots and Beckett's. And now he's in the last straightaway with DRS open. He's coming in. You have to hit just right on that turn. Oh no, I think he invalidated, so he's heading straight to the pits. Not sure if he's gonna have enough time to set another time.
Oh, that could be close. I think he might just get out in time. I'm not sure. That could be really close though, because of the length of the pit lane. I've had some very interesting updates from someone in Div 2 with the weather. I haven't checked the chat, so if it's if someone's put it in the stream, I haven't seen it.
I believe it is dry to enters in the race.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. So, and we get that from multiple people, I think.
3, that's Carmental is going slow.
So Carmental is actually about to start his lap. He's committing to the mediums.
Oh yeah, I think he knows that he's not going to have a great time, so he's just going to be switching it up to there.
Both Renaults on the mediums, actually. That must be Harry. No, not Harry. Dylan.
Oh, Dylan.
Did he say? Wait.
It's a funny way to spelling Dylan. I still haven't get a full grasp of that name.
Yeah.
But now Dylan, he's just starting off with his time now. So this is going to be quite interesting. Only with a minute and 42 seconds left. I think he's going to only have time to do one lap, and that's it. Or he might.
Sorry, Carmentalist backed off his lap. He had Bree right behind him. So my feeling is he's just let Bree go, and he's going to go for one final attempt.
Yeah, he's saving up his ERS. Definitely, he's going to go back. He's going to try to go back for one, going through Maggots and Beckett's. So he only has time to do one more. So he's really got to make this count.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jaco, as he will be, I think, the first one to cross the line. Unless he backs off now, he should be the first of the leading bunch to cross the line and set a lap time. He still has time, really, to go again. I don't think anyone else does in the top bunch, so it's going to be interesting where J. Cole comes as he comes down at the hangar straight.
40 second velocity going slow in Maggots and Beckett's. He's really got to hurry up.
Yeah, he
before time runs out.
Yeah, he might not make it. It's going to be really close, actually. Zielo's in sector 3. Don't know who that is. Whereas J. Cole rounds the final corner, crosses the line. J. Cole didn't.
He wasn't on a lap, but now he's on full ERS. I'm gonna check with Velocity to see if he's about to make it. He's gonna make it.
Wow. So
yeah, with 10 seconds left.
Oh, Adventure's up to 5th. No, wait, Adventure's 5th already. What am I doing? Yeah. Cone. Cone. There we go. Someone actually crossing the line this time. Cohen.
Adventure's not able to improve. But now McDutch.
Coming across the line, 26.6, so he extends his gap by another 2 tenths. So Jacob's got to find 4 tenths to beat.
McDutch facing Toxic. They have also finished up their session. So now I'm gonna go back to Jay Cool, see if he's gonna be able to improve. Or not. Actually, no. Dan. He's coming to the last corner. Is he going to be able to improve? He's going to be crossing the line, and yes, he does.
So close.
I believe that's 300ths of a second. I'm not quite sure, but Asahine has retired. I don't think he was able to improve, but now J. Cool about to come in the last few corners here, coming to the last chicane. With Starja right in front of him, I think Starja, is he going to be improved or not? Yes, he does, up to P10 as J. Cool. What is he going to be doing? No, he will not improve. He's going to be stuck to P3. Now Velocity, now it's his turn. Actually, no, he did improve, but he was just stuck. But he's stuck in there. But with Velocity, will he find that time to get in front of J. Cool? Yes, he does.
Wow, good luck from Velocity there. Up to P3, so that's advantage Dan, really. Because Cohen only came in, last week? So, he's leading every single person that he needs to in the championship.
As Harry, the last one out, he's going to be going to the pits. That is our grid. And Mark!
He's last.
LMP20! What happened?
He did not get a good lap in at all.
Oh, no. He's going to have to really work hard then.
That's 2 seconds separating the field. That is one of the... I think that's the most spread D2 might have been all season.
Exactly. This is heavily spread out. The only ones who are very close are between Ben and Toxic.
The top 10 separated by 8 tenths. Well, the top 11, 8 tenths, and then the rest of the grid just... It's a big gap. So I think it was a lot of the medium users. So
yeah. P2 for Dan. I don't think the pumpkin affected him on his aerodynamic. So here we are as our grid. We got Kojin, which I probably butchered that name. Dan, Velocity, J. Cool, Ben, Adventures, Rycon, McDickus, Bree, DJ Williamson, Asahine, Toxic, Tegaby, Starja, Car Mentalist, Harry, McDutchface, Packer, Dylan, and finishing off is Mark.
I want to teach you how to pronounce English names by the end of this.
As an American, it is very difficult.
Yeah. Dylan's spelt with an I, isn't it, in America?
Yeah, well, I think how we spell it here is Dillon. I think that's how we spell Dylan, but I cannot remember. But now, yeah, it's a pretty cloudy. We will definitely see some rain here in this race without a doubt. So, I think we're going to be seeing an all soft grid or an all medium grid. I think we might see all mediums. What do you think?
At the back, I would have thought all mediums. There might be someone that picked hards. Maybe 11th and 12th picked softs, just to make sure they don't get overtaken behind them. But I'm not sure.
Actually, yes, the top 10 with the soft compounds and the red. Actually, Starja is the only one who's starting on the hards.
And there's 3 soft runners outside the top 10 in Tigaby, McDutchface, and Dylan, all starting on the softs. Everyone else on the mediums outside the top 10.
Starja with the hard compounds. That's interesting.
I'm interested to see this. I haven't seen a full grid. I haven't commentated over a full grid in a very long time, so it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, it will be exciting, especially here for D2. So we'll probably see a chaotic start without a doubt.
I'm really disappointed. My onboard camera doesn't quite catch the helmets, so when I went aboard with Dan, I couldn't quite. I want to see the stalk.
I think it's how how you made it, but yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
you can
yeah.
see it now when you're going through Maggots and Beckett's.
Interesting one
I'm
for
not.
me will be Ben, actually. Ben's in a very decent qualifying position. I know he does like
Yeah,
this track, so...
Ben is in a comfortable position. He just needs to get through. Like he just needs to survive the first 3 laps, and I feel like he should be fine.
Yeah. Good points for Williams, maybe.
Because the problem with being in the middle of the grid is getting through the traffic in the first turn because qualifying pace is completely different from racing pace. So you literally have to guess what how the people's pacing is going to be in each track, or just know from experience. So
I just have this feeling that the front battle is going to be quite good, but I think this battle from 5th to 8th is going to be very entertaining because these guys all look pretty equal.
The top 5, yeah, it's going to be quite interesting here. I don't have a good camel angle yet. There's now there we go. There's got 5 red lights here. And it's go for F1 here. Dan looks like he had a good start with Ken, and they're gonna go wheel to wheel in turn 1 here. Looks like we had the Toro Rosso go really wide, and we had a bunch of front wings flying off, and whoa, that was the McLaren of Ben diving on the inside. Looks like he's gonna be picking up P4 from Velocity. Velocity going wheel to wheel with Dan. Velocity had a really great start. He ended up taking 2 positions. Now Dan is under pressure from Ben now. He's trying to hold on the position. Looks like he's gonna hold it off there. That is just a terrific start in the first sector, and that's going to be a yellow in turn in sector 1. But looks like Carmental is all the way in the back. He's got heavy front wing damage. This is bad news for him.
Yeah,
looks like
large chunks off the Renault. I also saw Adventures dropped 7 positions off the start, and he is missing an end plate. And also Raikkonen losing positions off the start with front wing damage, and someone else dropping positions. J. Cole.
That's Ben. He's off. Ben is off. He's in the grass. He's losing positions now. Now looks like Tigabee is now in battle with Asahine. He's going to look at the inside line. He's going to get the job. He's going to get that position done. Well, really good move from him. As I say, still a chaotic move, and now, yeah, Raikkonen diving in the pits. Maybe, I say, Raikkonen, we know you have the pace, so if you could just bear with it, you could try to scavenge something.
The good thing for Ben is he didn't actually lose any front wing, so he is still in not a terrible position, obviously. Oh, there's a Red Bull off! That's a big going wide for Packer there. And he just managed to collect it. Did lose 2 positions to Brie and Ben.
Oh, he lost his end plate too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he lost it for doing that or lost it in the opening lap. But now Dylan is on Starja. The battle for the last point. He's going to dive at the inside. Is he going to be able to stick it? Looks like he does. Good move from Dylan. Because that is just such a tricky place to try to stick it for an overtake.
Yeah, and Dylan's actually the biggest gainer from those first couple of laps, up 7 positions. There's quite a few people up 6, Toxic, Tigabee, and Harry up 6 positions each, and Mark up 5.
Carmental has to be the biggest loser there. He just got caught up in the mayhem and just ended up suffering for it.
Raikkonen's lost 12 positions, as we have. I think that was Starja all over the grass at Chapel, and he is now dropped behind.
Now we got the Renault and the Williams and DJ Williams, him and Harry. Harry's going to hold it in the inside line, but looks like he was forced to back off from DJ Williams, then he's going to be able to stick it and overtake him there. Now, lap 3, DRS is now enabled here. We're going to be definitely seeing some overtakes here. Velocity, he is outside from Coden as the DRS, but Dan, he has the privilege to keep holding on to the DRS. But is he going to be able to hold it for this upcoming turns? I think he will. Yes, he will. But this is going to compromise McDickus. Is he going to be going to be sticking with Dan here with DRS? He was all over the back of him going through Maggots and Beckett's. So we might see him try to catch up to Dan. Right now, the closest battle we... the closest battle we have is definitely for the top 5. That's J. Cole looking all over the back of that Williams. Seeing if he's going to try to make a move here on the next straightaway. It looks like he had a really bad exit going through Cops. It's like the second sector is definitely a place that will just absolutely eat up your tires if you're not careful. Oh, wow. J. Cole just so close to McDickus. Both having DRS. McDickus is going to be pulling away a little bit. J. Cole, not having much ERS to spare, is going to try his best just to stick around as McDickus goes really wide off the track.
Tiggerby just got past Toxic behind these two. It's a 5-way train within about 2 seconds of each other, so this is ridiculously close from these 5. And all gained good positions except from J. Cole just dropping back the 1. So, but still in the fight. Dan losing that position to Velocity at the start, I think actually he got quite a good start off the grid. So I think that actually hampered him, forced him to go.
Velocity though.
Cohen,
I think he was the biggest winner here because he started off in the P4 or 5 and just took advantage of the slow traffic.
Yeah, really, he placed his car exactly where he needed to at the start and gained a position because of it. I don't know if he's got a podium yet, but if this is the highest he's been,
I think
see if he can hold it.
I think he has. I'm not quite sure. I cannot think at the top of my head though. That's ridiculous. Looks like he's struggling a little bit just to keep up with Dan though. Dan, he has really great pace on this track, as J. Cole looks like he has the greatest advantage through Megan's and Beckett's, and McDickus clipping the grass. That doesn't look like it really affected him too much. Now, the closest we have is now Mark here. Really looks like he had such a gain from the start, from all the way to the back of the grid, and now in P14. So. And plus, he's managed to stick with the DRS train from Dylan. So that is just quite good from him. As now McDickus now, he's still all over the back of Dan. He's gonna have a good exit if he wants to try to make a move here. As now Dan has no DRS from Velocity since he is over a second now. Now he's just ganging on him, but looks like he's going to be too far back to make a move.
Yeah, these cars are in a bit of it's a bunch of 5 in kind of a bunch of a bit of a stalemate right now. I think it's actually 5. I'm in a bit of a stalemate. Can't really use the DRS to its full effect.
The DRS is just such a tricky thing on this track, because usually it can be an advantage or it just does really nothing.
But we have to look this from the other side with Dan. Dan still in a very good position to extend a championship lead here. He's getting reeled in, not quickly enough. J. Cole still looking more threatening at the back of the Williams than the Williams does to Dan in front. Lap 5, we're about to start lap 6. As Cohen leads across big.
Ben trying to look at the inside of Mark, but did not look like there was going to be enough room for that turn. He ended up hitting the back of him. I'm not sure if he ended up having front wing damage from that. I think he has, because that was a huge shunt. And actually, no, he actually came from that unscathed, so he was lucky for that.
This could be an interesting one. Adventures in P12, right over the back of Dylan, with front wing damage. And I know him quite well, so he's pretty quick around this track.
But McDickus is going to be making a move on Dan. He looks at the inside, though. Is he going to be able to stick it here? They're still going to go wheel to wheel here in Brooklyn. Looks like Dan, he still has the elite upper advantage, though. But looks like McDickus, though, he's going to have a good exit. They're still wheel to wheel, and they're going to go wheel to wheel here in Comps. They're not sure, though. Dan, he's still just ahead, though. But he still holds on to P3. That was great racing.
This might not be over there with the DRS down the next straight. Depends on what exit these guys
Especially J. Cole trying to get himself into the fight. He is just looking all over the back of the Williams. But the Williams, he lost some momentum. Now that leaves J. Cole to stick in the back of him, and now that leaves McDickus to be countered. But that looks like J. Cole is going to look at the inside though. They're still going to go wheel to wheel in the last chicane though. Who's going to be the latest of the brakes? They're still going to be wheel to wheel. And it looks like J. Cole finally gets past that Williams.
Good move from J. Cole, but it's not over as the Williams is going to come back at him into
turn
he's
1. Go back in turn 1.
And he backs out of it.
Backs out.
The last second.
I think that was a smart move from McDickus.
Oh,
because that is just such a tricky.
Taking me nearly into the back of Maledictus there. Defending from Toxic behind.
Oh, he's going to do the switcheroo. He looks like he's getting the inside line. He gets that move done. But looks like it's still not over yet. It's taking me. It's just all over the back. He's going to dive in the inside, but does not look like he had the space to do it. But good move from Toxic.
Yeah, really
right
good
before
move.
The DRS.
Good switch back. I saw Tiggerby going really late on the brakes into turn 3, put him out of place with turn 4, and Toxic just keeps it safe and holds on to the makes the move. So good race so far for the Alfa Romeos actually. Really good race for them.
Yeah, the Alfa Romeos has definitely had a good start here. So the question is, are they going to be able to hold on to it here?
There's a lot of big gainers inside the top 10, actually in the points as well. So Dylan, Harry, Tiggerby, Toxic all gained massive chunks of position.
Inside of Mark, is he going to finally make the move? It looks like he does make that move. Mark forced to go really wide, had to go really wide there. He looks like he's going to lose a position.
This is a train stuck up behind the Toro Rosso with Dylan. None of them can get past each other. It doesn't help that the person that has the biggest advantage, Adventures, have front wing damage, can't really do much with it. So this train's just bottling itself up. And it's going to ignite probably after the pit stops.
Looks like nothing much is going to go happen, but J. Cole looked in the inside of Dan, but there was just no room to make the move though. So he's just forced to back off a little bit. He's gonna stick behind the Red Bull for right now as Raikkonen with the fastest lap, but also picks up a 3-second time penalty for this. And wow, McDickus just goes really wide there. I'm not sure what happened there. Just looks like he just went too aggressive there.
He's really aggressive through that. Oh, rain! Here you go. Here's the rain.
Yeah, we see the raindrops now. But right now,
this might be why people have gone on the hards. But I don't think it's going to pay off. The softs might just make it to the inter period. And if so, strategy has gone completely out the window. It just depends on who gets held up in the pit lane because everyone will come in at the same time with this with the intermediate tyres. So
exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. I think that the last rain that we had, I'm not quite remember where, but it looks like Toxic. Like trying to make a move on McDickus, but McDickus though he's gonna hold it off. But actually no, I think that was McDickus taking over Toxic, but I could be wrong. Is now Tiggerby, he's getting into the fight. He's gonna dive in the inside, but it looks like they're still gonna go in a wheel here in Brooklyn. They made contact a little bit, and they still touch with each other. But looks like though Toxic is gonna hold on to that position. Really rough racing.
That was hard but fair. That was just on the limit, but I think on the limit and not past it. As Tiggerby did look to the inside of Cops, and Toxic goes a bit wide, but I think that was Toxic trying to move, trying to put a move on Mala.
The rain is really coming down now, so this is where I think this is the part where Slicks is now going to be affected. And now we're going to yellow sector 2. Yeah, that's big touch face.
Big chunks of wing off at Cops corner, so he's got a bit wide and probably spun onto the inside in the tricky conditions. Going to take a big chunk out of Beckett's. But hopefully not get in the way.
McDickus is diving in the pits, though. Look, yeah, the leader, and he's gonna pick up a 5-second.
And Tiggerby.
Also, Tiggerby
picked one up as well.
This track is notorious. If you're not careful, you will pick a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. And this is also the longest pit lane too. Yes. Now we have seen the intermediates now.
The leader, Cohen, came in a lap early than most people. So this is crucial.
Retired.
Wow, this is a crucial point of the race now. Where
he left the session. Yeah, I'm not sure if he just retired or not.
I think he's left the session. Is this going to pay off for the Ferrari of Cohen and be able to stay ahead because everyone else is going so slowly out on track?
Oh, this is Cohen was going wheel to wheel with Starja.
This could be massive for Maledictus, trying to get past J. Cole and Dan, because these guys are going so slowly, whereas the Inters, I don't know if they're much quicker, but these guys just look so slow.
Back, almost hitting the back of Starja, but Starja, he's backwards now. Looks like he lost grip, and this is where the hards are just so terrible in this condition. He is just struggling to get grip.
As I think we might see we should see Velocity pull into the pits this lap. I think J. Cole stayed out because his teammate was in the pits. So all these guys should be coming in as DRS is disabled. So have they timed it perfectly? And is this gonna be a threat to Cohen's lead?
This might be. He got compromised with Starcher a little bit though, and plus, like you said, he did pit a lap earlier than expected. Now this is going to be.
Oh, J. Cole's been held, as is Dan, and J. Cole's jumped Dan. J. Cole has jumped Dan in the pits.
Dan, he had to wait for
and
the
Toxic,
traffic.
I think. Wait, no, he was ahead of Toxic.
Yeah, even though Toxic was already he was in the back. But like Velocity is still managed to hold on to it. Looks like Conan, he's gonna be coming around. Who's gonna be getting it? Conan is gonna hold on to the lead. So that looks like it was a huge payoff for him to pit early.
Actually, Velocity's gained about a second on him, so
Ozzy Hide has joined back. So that was just a lag.
Yeah.
But Velocity, like, he just went really wide, and that cost him some time.
This could be interesting. Adventures changed his front wing, comes out in 13th place. Only three points off the 3 seconds off the points, but I think he's been pretty good in the wet when we've had wet weather. So this could be interesting to see how far up the field he can get after that wing change.
Precisely, and now Asahine, if you manage to get in your seats, you better hurry because you got a battle at pursuing.
Still in the points actually after that, even with disconnecting from the session. Actually, Mark up to 11th now, so he's really gained from that tyre change, and Dylan up to 9th, so a lot of big gainers from that.
I think that's Mark's saving grace right there is the rain. I think that's what he just did. I think he just went with a wet setup.
I think Harry's up to 5th. He's gained massively. I think he was about 7th or 8th. But he's now ahead of Tiggerby and Toxic. They got held up massively in the pits.
Exactly. Like, wow, he really benefited from the pits.
And where's Maledictus? Maledictus is down in 15th. He's lost a lot of time, unless he's pit a second time. How many times has he pit?
I'm not sure if he lost it or
he's pit twice. He did pit again. So either he's crashed and broken a wing, or he didn't put wets on, because he has lost so much time from that.
Yeah, he did. Mark, like, that was a little select move from him, but he managed to get past Asahide. And now Asahide, he's now back in his car. Look, he lost like 3 positions from that time. So Asahide, you really gotta get a move on now to keep the points. As now DJ Williamson and Toxic, they're gonna go wheel to wheel here. It looks like Toxic had the better braking line, and he's gonna be sticking it. As now Mark And Dylan going wheel to wheel here in Brooklyn. Marcus in the outside line. Is he going to be able to hold it? Looks like they're going to both be holding it, but they're still going to go wheel to wheel. Are they still going to go wheel and Cox? It looks like Mark, though. Oh, they're still
going to get ahead. There we go.
Yeah, Mark is ahead. Good move from him.
And Dylan's going to be wide, but Ben's wider, so that rules out any chance of the Williams trying to get past Dylan there.
Yeah, that was the Williams trying to get by, but there was just no room to do that.
Further up the field, J. Cole's on the back of Velocity, so Velocity not having the best of times in these wet conditions.
I think he has a tri setup, and that's what's compromising him.
Yeah, that might be why he was so quick in the dry conditions then. And maybe people committed more towards the wet.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, because as you can see, Mark, he had a really terrible start. He had a really terrible qualifying, and plus he did have the best of starts neither. But he is just gaining positions now. J. Cool gonna try to make a move on the Alfa Romeo though, and it looks like he is just rubbing all over the back of that gearbox.
The only problem J. Cole's he's got no DRS, so I don't think he's gonna gain enough to really have a look. No, and he's gonna have to stick behind for another couple of corners.
He did look at the inside a little bit, but thought better of it. The Velocity is gonna be holding J. Cool for a little bit, but for how much longer though? That's the better question.
This could be a good chance for J. Cole. What drive can he get? There we go.
Wheeling Cops. Then here they go. Are they gonna be able to hold it? Looks like J. Cool gets that done.
Great move. And Raikon's out. Raikon out at turn.
Oh! He made contact with Packer.
Big crash. Oh, the Renault nearly hit them both. Car Mentalist in the background just trying to avoid it. And Raikon out the race, hitting the sister car, the Red Bull.
What has happened?
Wow. Oh, sorry. Can I draw attention to the front? Dan on Velocity around the outside. Can Dan hold this?
He was pushed off. So yeah, DJ Williamson is gonna be holding that position.
Dan into P3. Dan makes the move on Velocity. Can he?
Asahide is going to try to make a move on Dylan. Dylan's going to be holding it the outside. As Asahide, he's going to stick at the inside line. But looks like Asahide just gets ahead though a little bit. But they made a contact. Asahide is sliding. He loses the back end, but he still is holding on. Wow, what a beautiful recovery from Asahide. Still in the fight. But looks like Dylan had an illegal overtake on him and he had to lead him by.
Nearly lost it there, Asahina on the exit. Oh, Dylan looking up the inside. Can he make that? These guys are really pushing each other to the limits.
Yeah, these two fight really hard though. But now Dylan is rubbing on that gearbox. Asahina though, he is just struggling though. Looks like Dylan's fuel light is on, or that might be a glitch. I'm not sure.
What was that?
Yeah, like you said, they are just racing each other to the death, apparently. But now, here comes Mark, though. He is just right in the back of DJ Williamson, but it looks like he's going to be too far back to make the move.
Oh, he's got really...
But I could be wrong. Oh, looks like Mark had a really great exit from there.
Just had to back off slightly. Would have hit the back of DJ Williamson, and that's not the place you want to do it. And picks up a penalty for cutting... Beckett.
That's Bree. I wonder what happened with him.
It's probably... I feel like that's turn 1. Where is it? No, it was turn... it was around turn 1. That area, turn 2. As Mark is still behind. Dylan gets past Asahina again. Asahina's really sent that! And it's not going to work. Yeah. Over the curbs, and look how much time they've lost. They've lost 3 seconds to the racing point of Adventures behind. That's how much he's gained.
He's not going to give up though. He dives in the inside of turn 1, but goes really wide. Oh, but he has to keep holding.
Oh, that's him in the wall. He's in the wall.
Oh no.
That was just. That's where the boundaries got pushed a bit too hard. He went off the track.
DJ Williamson is out.
What's happened to DJ Williamson? I did not see that. That's in the same area of the track.
Yeah, that's a yellow, so that's definitely happened to something. It looks like I'm not sure.
Ah, he's off where Asahina went
he's
off.
on the
Yeah.
wall.
Wow.
Oh, he might have collected with Asahine, but it looks like Asahine and Starja both have Starja. I'm not sure where he retired, but yeah, Asahine looks like he got really fed up and decided to retire.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it for the day for him. I don't think he comes back this time.
Yeah, it's that he was just him and Dylan was just racing way too hard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Tegami. Tegami gets overtaken by Toxic, but looks like Tegami, he went slow.
I think he went.
What happened there?
I think he might have gone off, or maybe on the grass at that chapel just before the straight.
Yeah, as I say, because there was no way that would be an illegal overtake there.
As we've got adventures on the back of Dylan. Dylan sliding through that final chicane. So Dylan, we already know what happened between him and Asahina. Adventures would have been watching on. Let's see what the Racing Point can do against the Toro Rosso.
Let's say, will we see a better cleaning race from these two?
As it's not particularly close. The rain is getting very heavy, so whether they change to wets, I don't know, but he's not quite close enough, I don't think. Oh, big snap, and he's in the... Oh, he saved it. Well, good, well saved. Well held. That was so nearly a massive crash.
That was scary.
Wow. Even on board with that was that was not fun to watch.
Exactly, that was really close. The driver we haven't really talked about much is Conan. How he has just a huge lead right in front of him, though. Not even his teammate Jake Poole can catch up. He's actually losing 1/10 a second.
Dan's actually gaining back up to Jacob, so we could have a battle for second towards the end of the race. Depends on who's looked after the inters. 16 laps on inters is not
Sector
good.
1 looks like that would be between Packer and the Ghost of Asahine.
Yeah, I think so.
Packer, he's just not having a great day.
But
here in Silverstone, like even racing in the rain, it's quite tricky just to do that.
of course, it's got to be Britain, and we've got to have some rain. But not fun for the drivers at all. Some of the onboards we've had with them are pretty scary, to say the least.
I did not see that. And Mark, I'm sorry, you're not fooling anyone. He said his child is grounded for doing qualifying for him.
I mean, fair play for his child for keeping it on the track, if that's the case.
As say, we had Larkin coming in and said, interested to see what screws J. Cole over this race too.
Alright, we have a battle for fourth. Harry on the back of Velocity, so Velocity must be running a dry setup. He's losing so much time to these guys in front and behind, and Harry all over the back of him now, lining up a move. But it does mean Velocity might be quick on the straights. I have to say, no, Harry is gaining. Have he gains enough by the end of the straight? I don't think so.
I think he has a better grip than he does than.
Oh, here we go.
Though.
Here we go. Does he move to the inside? He will do.
He's gonna go in the inside of the final chicane. Looks like he's gonna be able to stick it, and he just gets right in front of him.
Velocity off the track, trying to hold that, and that is position gained for Harry. Yellows in sector 1 might have been Packer because him and Bree are the only ones I can see in sector 1. He's just exited sector 1.
Yeah, and the leaders have just now entered in sector 1. Well, actually Jacob, he's actually gained some time against Conan. I'm not sure if that's just all-out pace or just something, or he just made a mistake.
Oh, wide for Tiggerby, and this is going to give Mark a chance to get past his teammate, and he does so.
Does.
So, Mark up to P7. 13 positions gained. Him and Harry are on an absolute mission in this race. 12 and 13 positions gained from the back of the grid.
Yeah, he just took full advantage over that. So well played from Mark. This is like he has to try to catch up to Toxic though. He does have a, like I do believe he has a wet setup. And oh no, yeah, that's Packer in Sector 2.
Yep.
It's just in the grass again. I think Codemasters had made a smart idea meant to ghost the lapped cars.
Yeah, they've ghosted lap cars. So, yeah, it's actually a really good idea.
Massive lockup from J. Cool, but yeah, that will cost him a little bit of time.
Tiggerby's actually dropping back a lot. He's lost 1.5 seconds to his teammate, and now Ben is all over the back of him. So if the Williams can get a move done on Tiggerby here, as he looks to the inside of the final corner and will get the move. Tiggerby off the track.
Yeah, I think there was a little contact there between Ben and Tiggerby.
I think he bounced over the curb. I think, yeah, he bounced over the curb and kind of forced his way out there.
It did kind of look like though there was contact. Yeah. There was contact, but I could be wrong though. But definitely did look like he hit that.
Tiggerby definitely had to avoid. He definitely had to avoid. And has already lost a second actually to Ben already within a sector. So Tiggerby not enjoying these wet conditions at all. He's losing time pretty much everywhere.
Toxic actually gaining time on his teammate on Velocity. His Velocity, he's just losing a lot of time against Harry.
Yeah, I think this is to do with setup. I think he is, because he was absolutely blistering in the dry.
Yeah, he was very quick on the dry, but yeah, he is just slowing down here in the wets. So I think it's just. So I think it's the his setup is what's compromising him.
Yeah, and he's still losing time. So Toxic really is trying to push, get ahead. Well, I think his teammate won't hold him up, but he has to be eyeing a potential 4th place if he can. You've got to be careful behind him because Mark is behind him. Oh, DJ Williamson. Yeah, DJ Williamson leaves the session. I'd forgotten he'd retired early in the session.
Now Toxic though, is he gonna be making a move here on the straightaway?
Oh, mistake. Velocity.
Yeah, he lost his back end a little bit. Toxic, he had a good exit. Velocity defending the inside, but looks like he lifted off. Just let his teammate by.
Yeah, that's a good teamwork from the Alpha America boys. Smart decision from Velocity. Now Velocity has to try and hold up Mark, which we've seen in this race. Not an easy thing to do. He's been on absolute charge since lap 1, and if Velocity can keep him behind, I'll be very impressed.
Exactly. So I think Mark. Yeah, I feel we'll definitely be seeing a battle here between Velocity and Mark here probably on the last lap. Could be wrong. It might be quite sooner. But a battle we will probably definitely see is between the Ferraris of Coden and J. Cool, as J. Cool is just flying.
I think he was saving ERS. I think he's trying to push now. 6 laps. Well, yeah, 6 laps left. So, wow, he must have looked after his tyres better because he has so much more grip as well. 3 tenths in one corner he just gained.
J. Cool lost the back a little bit, but still managed to hold it in and not lose time.
Yeah, you know, he actually gained time from doing that, so maybe that's a tactic we haven't seen before.
Ooh, again with that. Not sure. I think that time he actually lost some time.
Yeah. Dan isn't fully out of this. If these guys do battle, Dan is well within a chance of
Packer
gaining some time here.
Oh, Packer was in the wets.
Oh, so he tried it. Ah, okay. He went to the wets to test
Yeah,
out. Here come. Okay, P6 Mark on a charge against Velocity. He won't send it down the inside at the field.
Velocity had to really break there, so that kind of hold Mark up a little bit, and that kind of killed his momentum as they both went really wide there. As Mark lost a little bit of time on Velocity.
Just feel like it's a matter of time for him to get past. You just feel it's not a if he gets past, it's when and where.
It's when he'll be able to try to make that move. It's now we having people switch to the wets.
Well, the leader switched to the wets though. Is it too risky? Those guys were outside the points. They needed to try something.
There's only 5 laps left. So they gotta make this count. As now Marcus passed Velocity on the straightaway. Good job for the Irishman, if I remember correctly. But he has been on an absolute charge this race.
I think Velocity's done enough to help his teammate stay ahead before penalties. I think he's done just enough. But it's just how far back does Velocity fall from this position?
Yeah.
He's off. He's off the track at the final corner. Don't know what happened. But I don't know if
he
lost on his own.
Too.
And that's insult to injury. Wow. 10-second time penalty.
I feel like that's a little harsh.
That was ridiculously harsh. As we have a battle for P9, but we also have a battle for the lead. So sorry, Dylan and Adventures. We're going to focus on the Ferraris at the front. 4 laps to go, and they're going to go to war. This is important for J. Cole. Can he reap in some points for the championship?
Is J. Cole just not? Is he not going to try to battle his teammate to get a win?
He needs to battle his teammate. He's the one pushing for this, well, what could be at the end of the season a really good chance for the title.
He is pushing for the championship.
And
if he ends up passing him, he will have huge points.
He'll gain
especially
10
to catch up on Campbell.
Actually, who's got the fastest lap? The fastest lap was with Raikkonen.
Yeah, Raikkonen, I believe, had the fastest lap.
The fastest in the top 10 is Tiggerby.
And so that means
it doesn't affect the leaders.
No. Ooh, J. Cole loses back in a little bit, so he is going to lose some little bit of time. As we still got the battle for P9, but looks like in the same situation. Oh, looks like wow, big Dutch face just flies by Brie. Looks like the wet compounds are actually the best ones to be on right now.
I think it's just a bit too risky for some of the leaders to pit, because if the leaders pit, they come out in about 9th. So there we go, Velocity's retired. I think that might have been a last-ditch attempt to try and get fast. Well, no, it woun't have been an attempt to get a fastest lap. What am I speaking about?
As J. Cole is really close to Conan right now. But
this is a chance he's got. He's got a really good exit of Woodcut. I don't think he's going to get close enough to try it into Cops.
Yeah, no. Now we're going to head to the Mackens and Beckets. Who's going to have the advantage? Who is going to have the advantage here? Looks like Conan's going to really hold him off here. Looks like he had such a great entrance there.
Yeah, he got a much better exit.
Yeah, a way better exit.
And this is actually allowing Dan to slightly close up.
Oh, Velocity, he's lost it in Brooklyn.
Oh. That's a strange place to lose it, actually. Very...
But not impossible.
No, I mean, you can spin there, but it's very rare for you to... Did he go into the wall?
No, I'm not sure.
Wow.
Like, that would...
Weird place to go into the wall.
You must have really have to outbreak.
Adventures on Dylan. He's gone to the inside at Stowe. Got down the straight. Got the better exit and gets the position. So good recovery after wing damage on lap 1, up to 9th place. But Jaco again, 3 laps to go.
He had a good exit for the straightaway. So now locking up his brakes a little bit. Looks like he had a great exit. Now who's going to have the better exit here in Brooklyn? J. Cool was held up a little bit from Conan. It's look at J. Cool just really being careful with his shifting.
This is an interesting one. Toxic is closing in on Harry, and Mark's closing in on Toxic. I don't know whether they're going to get to battle each other by the end, but yeah, Toxic is gaining quite quick.
I don't think they have enough time to do it.
It's going to be close. Yeah,
Conan, he just gets a great exit for the straightaway, for the second straightaway. Like that is just holding J. Cole back. So if everything goes well for them, it will be a Ferrari 1-2 as we're starting on lap. Woo! J. Cole barely is holding on to that. I think that's his Achilles heel is the last corner. I think that's his biggest issue.
Oh, he's broken very late into turn 3. Just about managed to hold it. And might have actually gained some time.
But I think that has gained him some time.
If so, can he get enough of a drive onto the next corner to try and do something? I don't think he's going to get the run.
Bit, but that did not affect him. Oh, Conan! He goes really wide, but then now J. Cole is down to the inside. Is he going to be able to make? Is he going to be able to make the move? He's ahead a little bit. Now, Conan is in the inside. J. Cole gets the position. Now leads. Wow, he took advantage of that. Conan went really wide, going into the Brooklyns, and that has compromised him and probably cost him the win.
Great move from J. Cole. It reminds me of the Hamilton one on Wait, was it Hamilton on Bottas? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Hamilton and Bottas. Yeah.
Earlier this year, and just in the wet, so it's it's more difficult to do. So,
exactly. So yeah, now J. Cole.
It's already a second ahead.
10 seconds for car medalist. I wonder what happened with that.
I don't know.
But now J. Cool is just trying to get as much advantage as he can for the lead. Like, that was just such a brave move from him, and now Dan has picked up a 3-second time penalty. So, are penalties going to be a factor in this race? I believe it will be, as J. Cole starts the final lap.
I have seen J. Cole with at least 1 penalty, so I don't know. I don't know whether penalty claim, but J. Cole still holds. Toxic's on the back of Harry. They've just caught up to each other.
Oh yeah, he's in the wall at Brooklyn. What? It looks like they just.
There.
Yeah, might have precisely. As now Harry's trying to hold off Toxic as long as he can.
Final lap.
It's going to be quite an inch. So Toxic, he's got to think of something, but he has no ERS to work with.
Is he going to risk it all down this into Stowe? We'll have to wait and see. You'd have to try and gain some ERS from somewhere just to get that extra bit of a push down the straight. But Harry, I think, is a bit too far ahead to do anything. It is full wet conditions right at the end of the race. Definitely wet conditions.
But now I'll bring our attention back to the leader, though. He has just done such a great race. He took full advantage in the beginning. I mean, he did fall off a little bit in the beginning.
Oh
no, he spun it!
He just saved
but
it.
He still managed to cross the line.
I know, he lost it.
Conan will beat him on it. Conan wins the British Grand Prix. Unbelievable. Wow. Wow!
Wow.
That was just insane!
I can't comprehend what just happened. I don't know whether he was 3 seconds clear anyway, but if he was, that is getting memed. Adventures jumps up to 8th, so I think he's he gained from penalties. Don't know who else came from penalties.
I feel like we're a little late on it, but I feel like driver of the day definitely. I feel like has to go to Mark. He was like he had just such an unbelievable charge from the beginning of the race, all the way from the back of the grid from the 20th, is now finished here in P6 and was still ganging on them. So good job for the Haas driver.
Can we give it to 2 drivers? I really want to give it to 2 drivers. I really want to give it to Harry as well. Harry as well, because he didn't start from right at the back, but he still started from about, I think it was 16th, and just drove incredibly, and 4th place.
He definitely a really great result for him. But yeah, it's a Ferrari 1-2 with Coden winning it just barely, and I think that spin from J. Cool has definitely maybe has cost him the win, but I'm not quite sure. But and also Dan finishing in P3 probably due to the pumpkin helmets. I will have to say that. But
this is big for Dan actually. Dan's only lost 3 points to J. Cole and gained 15 on Campbell, so it's really good for him, this result actually. Damage limitation, and still comes away with a podium.
Exactly. But also a really great, an amazing finish for the reserve driver who took over for Campbell, and we still had a Ferrari come in at the top of the steps. Let's say Mark, even though he had a 6-second time penalty, he still managed to finish quite well. Actually, no, 11 seconds.
Yeah. Quite a lot of people with penalties, except for the back and the front. Right at the front. Cohen the only one in the top 10 without penalties, and only 2 people in the points without penalties. So, do you want to run through?
This?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we'll quickly run through. Oh.
Oh well. What you need to know is Dan extends his championship lead.
Exactly. So Dan, definitely what he needed. Okay. So what we had finished off, who actually won, is Coden with J. Cool, Dan, Harry, Toxic, Mark, Ben, Adventures, Tiggy, Dylan, and McDutchface, who finished off the points. The 2 who didn't finish off was Bree and Osihine, and the DNFs are included with Carmentalist, Velocity, Packer, DJ Williamson, Starchat, and Rycon. So that has been the British Grand Prix here for Division 2, and next week will be the U.S. Grand Prix in Austin. So for now, it is goodbye, and we'll see you again.